Thank you for stopping by, and hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Faith. In our today's video we are going to learn how to crochet that top there, and we need the following materials. We need yarn, and I'll be using a medium weight yarn. We need a darning needle for weaving in the ends, and we also need a crochet hook, and I'll be using a 5.0mm hook. We need a pair of scissors, we need a measuring tape, and a stitch marker for beginners. And please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please don't forget to press that red button, and at least this will give me morale to create more contents for you guys. So the top is made up of 2 caps, and one I've made it off the camera. So this is how it looks like. It's a little bit long. The other one, we are going to use another color, contrasting color, that is color black. And to begin, we are going to take the measurements, that is from the tip here, in the middle here. It measures 6 inches. So to begin, we are going to start by making a chain that is equal to 6 inches. And as I have said, I'll be using this black color. This is acrylic yarn, and it's also machine washable, but if you have another type of yarn, be it cotton yarn or a blend of both, just feel free to use. It's vacation time, it's summertime, so I decided to I'll be making most of my tutorials will be summer based. So to begin, we are going to start by making a slip knot, and we are going to make a chain that is equal to 6 inches. So let's start. 1, 2, 3. According to the hook I'm using, 25 chains is equal to 6 inches. So this depends with the size of the hook you'll be using, but for me 25 chains is equal to 6 inches. But if you are using a different size hook, for example, if you're using a smaller hook, then that means your number of chains will be more. So to begin our first row, we are going to skip the first stitch or chain, and into the next you're going to place a single crochet stitch. This is the stitch you'll be using in this tutorial or in this project. So continue making your stitches until you reach into the other end, but just before you reach, you'll continue until you are left with 1 chain, and then I'll tell you what to do. So let's meet there, guys. 1 more single crochet stitch, and now into this last chain we are going to place 3 single crochet stitches. So this is 1, 2, pause there. For a beginner, we need to put a stitch marker here, but if you're not a beginner, you know you don't have to. So this is our second single crochet stitch and our third. So in that 1 chain we've placed 3 single crochet stitches, and now let's continue going down. So here every chain or every space is going to get a single crochet stitch. So let's meet when we are down here. I show you how to turn, and also remember to, you can hide this yarn. It makes it more easier than to use the darning needle. But if you're not comfortable or you're not used to hide this yarn like this, just leave it, and with your darning needle you're going to do that. You're going to weave in later on after you've done making your piece. So let's meet down there. into our last stitch in the row. So we are done making our first row. So for second row, and this work is a repetition of that second row, so you will turn one, you'll chain one and then you turn your work, and you're going to skip that chain, and into the next space, available space, you're going to place a single crochet stitch, and each stitch is going to get a single crochet stitch until you reach where we've placed our stitch marker, and I'm going to tell you what to do there. Into our stitch marker, we're going to take it out, and into this space we are going to make 3 single crochet stitches, all in that one space. And don't forget, after making your second single crochet stitch, if you are a beginner, don't forget to put the stitch marker and then go ahead and make your last single crochet stitch on top of that space. So the rest, every available space is getting a single crochet stitch, no increases, no decreases. So the only increase we are making is just on the top there where we've placed our stitch marker. So you will continue like this, since I've said that this work is a repetition of this second row, and the only thing to note is chaining one when turning, and on top here where you placed your stitch marker, you're going to make 3 single crochet stitches. So you will continue making your stitches until you have 14 rows. What do I mean by 14 rows? The 14 rows are from here in the middle, so you count, see, this is the middle line, so you count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 and 14. So you're going to make 14 rows, and then we are going to meet when you are done making your 14 rows. Another thing, the increases we are making, that's what is giving us this effect, the 3 single crochet stitches we are making in one space, in one stitch. So this is the effect, and that's why now our cap is like this. Yeah, this effect comes from here. So that is it. So let's meet when we have 14 rows of single crochet stitches, and then I'm going to tell you what to do next from there. I'm done making my 14 rows, and if you are using a different size of a crochet hook, it's good to get the measurements, because if you're using a smaller hook, the results will be different with mine. So consider this, it should be measuring 7 inches. So you'll go until your work is 7 inches if you're using a different crochet hook. So after finishing that, you're going to cut the yarn and leave a long tail behind. And you see where I've made a stitch marker, this is where I'm going to join. And this measurement is 4 inches. That is from here to here is equal to 4 inches, as you can see. And for joining, I'll be using a darning needle. And also remember to turn your work into the wrong side when joining. So with my darning needle, this is how I'll go about it. So fold your work as you can see in the video, but the stitches I'm going to use when joining are these ones facing outwards, but the inner ones we are going to leave them like that. So insert your darning needle there, and this other one into this other side, and sew together. The second like that, like that. So this is how I join, but alternatively you can use a crochet hook using single crochet stitches to join. So continue until you reach to your required size. So let's meet when we've done joining the two caps together. Secure it, and then the left yarn, you'll hide it. And your pair of scissors you're going to chop. So this is how your work will look like after joining. So the next step, we are going to make the border, and for me I'll be using black color making the border. So with this black, going to start this side. So remember, after joining you're going to turn your work into the right side now. And now for the border, chain one, and each available space you're going to place a single crochet stitch. Continue to the other side, placing your single crochet stitches. And let's meet in this corner. Into the corner we are going to place 3 single crochet stitches, so that is 1, 2 and 3, and we continue with our single crochet stitches all round. Remember to hide your yarn, but if you can't, you'll weave in later to make your work neat. You don't leave the yarn outside. So let's meet. So you'll just make single crochet stitches. Let's meet down here. Something I forgot to mention. So here where we were making our increases, we are going to place 3 single crochet stitches still, just as we were doing, and then we continue with our making our border. We are left with 1 stitch to reach the joinery. So what you'll do, insert your hook, make a single crochet stitch but don't finish it up. In the middle, in the joinery, make a single crochet stitch but don't finish it up, and in this other side make another one, and now we are going to finish it all, and then we continue making our border. Remember, when you reach here, you're going to make another 3 single crochet stitch. This is where we had placed our stitch marker. So we are going to make another 3 single crochet stitches just as we did in this other side. And when you reach down here, don't cut your yarn. I'm going to tell you what we are going to do next. We are done making our border, and this is how your work will look like. So the next thing, I said we are not going to cut our yarn. So chain 1, you turn your work, and we are going to make 10 single crochet stitches, and this is for our band. That is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So our 10 single crochet stitch is equal to like 2.5 inches there. You will chain 1, turn your work, and make another row. I don't know how many rows I'm going to make, but I'll tell you later how many I've decided to make, and I'll do the same in the other side. So make sure by the end of your rows you have 10 single crochet stitches, since there are no increases or decreases you're going to make when making this band. So always make sure the number you started with is the number that you'll end with, and for my case it's 10. So let's meet there. So this is how your work will look like after making the band. I made 15 rows for the band, and after that I made another border of the camera, but in the corners remember to put 3 single crochet stitches, and this will help your work look neat and smooth. So I did the same, and on top here as usual I continued placing my 3 single crochet stitches. So for the straps I made this off the camera, but this other one I'm going to make with you. They are just plain single crochet stitches. So let me show you how to go about it in this other side. So we will start by making a slip knot and mark the middle stitch. This is the middle stitch, and then you count 2 stitches downwards and into the third insert your hook, pull out, and now into the third make your first single crochet stitch, second, third, this is in the middle, fourth and fifth. So we have 5 single crochet stitches. So you will chain 1 and make 15 rows of 5 single crochet stitches in every row. So in total there should be 15. Chain 1, turn your work and continue with your singles, and after making the 15 we are going to make some decreases, but let's meet after making the 15 rows. The decreases now, chain 1, turn your work, make 1 single crochet stitch, into the next make a decrease, the next 2 make single crochet stitches, chain 1, turn your work, 1 single crochet stitch, make a decrease in all of them, chain 1 and finish up the last round by making a decrease. And we are going to chain 200 to make a chain of 200, and later on I'm going to smoothen my edges by making 1 round or 1 row of single crochet stitch, just to make my work neat and uniformly. So we are going to make 200 chains, and then we smoothen these parts and we are done. So let's meet when our work is done. So our top is ready. The remaining work now is assembling it. Make an X here in the back, and with your crochet hook insert your hook there. So we are grabbing the strap from the other side, the other opposite side, pass it through here, do the same on this other side. The strap from the other cup, pass it through here, we are going to make another X. Pass it through down there, and do the same with this other side. And this is how our work will look like. I have two X's. So this is it, friends. Please give it a thumbs up if you find it helpful. Comments are welcomed, and thank you for your support. Thank you for supporting me. But it has come to my realization that most of you are watching my videos and you haven't subscribed. So please feel free to subscribe, but because that is one way of encouraging me to create more contents. And remember, by doing so, it's very free. You're not going to be charged anything. So thank you very much, and see you in my next video. Bye.